final game of the day. We'll have that green light here. We've got 5 minutes to go until kickoff, and we're underway. Hey guys, how you going? Today on BKR Sport. We're here for the final game of Super Saturday, and it's a big one. We've got Sydney Roosters taking on the Melbourne Storm here in what could be a cracker, what could be a blowout. Hopefully it's a cracker. The last game was pretty good. Obviously, Cowboys took down Manly Seagulls by about 11 points there. I think it was 19-8 in the end. Whilst the other game was the Bulldogs actually getting thumped 44-24 by the Brisbane Broncos at Belmore. So hopefully this is a good game here, but we don't have much time before the game does start. So let's go through these two team lineups. Now, obviously, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into it. So the Roosters, they're in 14th position, must win today. If they lose this game, I really feel like their season is done. Storm, obviously, in 4th position. They need to win to obviously keep themselves in the top 4 battle. The Roosters, $2.55 underdogs, while the Storm are $1.52 favourites. And this is at the SCG. It's not at Allianz, it's at the SCG today. Now, moving into the ins here for the Roosters, Billy Smith, Brandon Smith, Egan Butcher, and Joey Suaalii. They are the ins with Corey Allen, James Tedesco, Jackson Polo, and Terrell May being the outs. Joey Manu, he goes into the fullback with Daniel Tupou and Fetalanga Pauga as the wingers, and Joseph Suaalii and Billy Smith are the centres. You got 5'8" Luke Keary, he's the captain, the halfback being Sandon Smith. Jared Warrior-Hargraves and Lindsay Collins front row. Jake Turpin is the number 9. Victor Radley and Nat Butcher back row. Then Nathan Brown is the lock. So they've put Victor Radley into that back row rather than the 13. Interchange-wise, Brandon Smith, Egan Butcher, Sia Wong, and Nafahu White, with Drew Hutchison as the 18th man replacement. Roosters, you can't be using excuses anymore. If you want to win the comp, you have to be winning games like this, especially when you're in the bottom 4 right now. Moving to Melbourne Storm, Grant Anderson, he's in. Bronson Garlick, he's out. Nick Meaney is the fullback with Will Warbrick and Xavier Coates as the wingers. Justin Olam and Remus Smith are the centres. Cameron Munster is the 5'8", alongside Jerome Hughes in the halfback. Tuikami Kamitha and Christian Welsh front row. Harry Grant in the hooker. Trent Loiero and Nelson Solomona are the back row. Josh King is the lock, with the interchange being Tyron Wishart, Tom Eisenhuth, Tarek Sims, and Alec McDonald, with the 18th man reserve being Grant Anderson. I'm going to tip the Storm here. I do think the Storm do win. I think the Roosters will give it a good crack, though, so I'll take Storm 1-12. But I do think the Storm win. Now, let's quickly go and have a look at the ladder positioning before they do come out here onto the field. The Roosters, they are in 14th position right now. If they win this game, for the time being, they would go into 10th position. Their points differential is absolutely horrific, so they'd go into 10th. They'd be equal with the Cowboys in 9th. The Rabbitohs, actually, the Cowboys have gone into 6th for the time being. They'd be going into 7th for the time being, the Cowboys. So they would be equal with the Eels and the Rabbitohs. The Rabbitohs, for the time being, are actually out of the 8, but no matter what, they will be in the 8 this weekend. So the highest the Roosters can go would be to 10th, whilst the lowest they can go is exactly where they are. They cannot drop off any further. The Dogs obviously lost today. They're on 16. The Roosters are on 20, so they are 4 points different there. And the Dogs' points differential, you don't even want to have a think about it if you're a Dogs fan. It is minus 236. It is atrocious. Moving then to the Storm, they're on 26 points. If they win this game, they would go into 3rd position, but they don't have the point differential to go above the Panthers. And the Panthers obviously get to play the Dolphins tomorrow, so they would more than likely go into 3rd. But the Sharkies do obviously play the Wars tomorrow, so that would depend on the Sharks' result. If they were to lose, though, the Raiders get the bye, so the Raiders would jump them. They'd go out of the top 4. The Warriors, if they were to beat the Sharks, they would go above them as well if the Storm were to lose. So the lowest they could fall is actually all the way down to 6th. They can go down to 6th there. So yeah, it's a tough one there for the Storm if they do lose. But again, they go up to 3rd if they win. But overall, guys, the Storm are coming out into the field right now. Same with the Roosters. Obviously, let's hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I crushed that in 5 minutes. We just went through the 2-team lineups, the preview, plus also the ladder positioning. I smacked that. I smacked it, son. I smacked it all. Gee whiz, get around me. Get around me. But all right. Get in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Cedar says, hey, of course, Sharks, it's crazy to think the Roosters winning this would be an upset when they were premiership favourites. Yeah, I never understood the premiership favourites tag. I really never did. But, yeah, look, I never saw that personally. Cedar says, no, I reckon Storm win, but I'm biased. Yeah, I've gone to Storm as well, to be fair. They are favourites. You know, it's nothing too crazy to be tipping the Storm, to be completely honest with you. I think they should be the better team in this situation, and hold on, I'm just going to prove this for the Facebook group, for the Titans Frontline Podcast Facebook group. I think that the Storm win this game because they do have a better team and they are pushing the top 4, but the Roosters are in do or die territory because, again, if they lose this game, their points differential is currently minus 92. if they lose this game, they're more than likely going to lose it to a point where they're going to be minus 100. And when you've got the top 8 right now, besides the Raiders being on plus 92, plus 96, plus 78, plus 65, plus 134, plus 193, and plus 115, with the only outlier being the Raiders minus 55, your points differential is, they need to fix it pretty drastically, and the Roosters are minus 92. So if they lose this game, I'd say ta-ta. I'd say it's done for the Roosters this year. They have to win this one. Logan Ball says, I can officially say I was in the first 10 likes of the Caramel Latte Clash game. Get around it. Call strikes, I'm liking Manu as the fullback. Yeah, Manu in fullback, I've got him in Super Coach, so he should be having a big week. He should be having a big old week. Actually, who do I have in this game? I have Manu, I've got Nick Meaney, I've got Munster. Manu, Nick Meaney, Munster. I think that's it. And Harry Grant. So, I'm going to go have a look at this other team, though, because this other team is doing better. As in, my specific team is doing better due to the fact that I had all those Knights boys, Dom Young, Greg Martiu, and also Kalen Ponga. So this team, I think I'm probably going to get about 1,500 this week. Depending on how... I've actually VC looped Kalen Ponga, so with that 127, hopefully he bumps up to about 140. That'd be beautiful, man. That'd be beautiful. Yeah, I'm meant to get 1,400 this week. So I've got Harry Grant in this team, and that's it. I've only got Harry Grant. All right, so the game has started here, guys, and it will be the Roosters who start off with the ball. Jacob King says, you never know. I'm with the Roosters to win because Manu fullback, but I support the Broncos. Okay, I wouldn't say the Roosters win just because Manu's at fullback. Tedesco is still a pretty good fullback, so it's not a drastic change, but, there's a chance the Roosters win, for sure. There's a chance the Roosters win. Sergeant Kellen says, great to see the Sydney Roosters plastic chair army has made out in full force. Yeah, that's a pretty poor crowd, eh? CJ says, Sin bins this game over 0.5. Yeah, I'd say there probably should be one in this game. These two teams don't like each other due to the competitive rivalry of the last 10 years. I'd say, Storm obviously had a competitive rivalry with Manly. I'd say Manly and the Broncos, but mainly Manly. I'd say Broncos until maybe about 2009. And Manly kind of from 2007 to onwards. But then obviously the Roosters probably around the 2013 mark. But last time I was probably around 200 metres. That's cool, but it doesn't mean jack shit against the Storm. That's great, but the Storm are a much better team than when whoever they played last time, the Roosters. Storm taking another halfway point. One player swapping around doesn't change a great deal for me. If the Roosters win, but it's not because Joe Martin's at fullback. It's just because the Roosters were the better team on the day. CJ says, I put the sin bin on January Hargraves, Radley, or Asafa Solomona. They are three of the main culprits every single week. But the Roosters here will grab his ball at the 15, but Powell gets slapped by Nick Meaney. Great tackle there, 2 minutes into this game. Sandon Smith. There's actually a lot of Smiths in this game. You've got Sandon Smith, you've got Brandon Smith, you've got Billy Smith, and you've also got Remus Smith. There's 4 Smiths in this game, actually. Right-hand side, they give up to Radley. He'll get this ball to the 40. It'll be 4 tackle now. 4 tackle. They roll it back now to Jake Turpin, who gets it off to Nat Butcher. And Butcher will get this ball to the 50. Oh, Schmitty. Give me Schmitty! 3 Smiths in the Roosters. Yeah, but 1 Smith on the Storm, which is Remus Smith. Storm 36, Roosters 16. Yeah, I can see that. Storm did get Pumperooner a couple of weeks back by the who was it called? Oh, the Panthers, that's right, yeah, in Melbourne. That was a similar scoreline to what happened in that game, actually. All right, left-hand side now is Xavier Coates. He'll get this ball. That's a penalty. Penalty to the Storm. A too easy one there. Jared Hargraves gives away that one. I really hope this isn't a blowout. Considering they had to get up at 4 a.m, I really don't want this to be a blowout, eh? I want this to be a good game that was worth staying up for. Oh, jeez. That was a huge shot. That was a massive shot there from Rory Hargraves. All right, so it'll be Storm ball inside the attacking half now. 36 minutes and 40 seconds to go here of the first half. A good run there by Josh King. He'll be 35 metres out here from the line. I would love Harry Grant to do something today. Jerome Hughes Nelson has off someone a Mona. Great run by Nelson. Jeez. Marco, is there any interest in the union today, mate? Yeah, but I do NRL mainly, mate. Left-hand side now. Munster gives it off. It'll be 4 tackle, 15 metres out. Harry Grant, left-hand side off. This is a good chance here for the Storm. It gets a good offload away to Harry Grant. Harry Grant goes short side. Harry Grant! Try time! Oh, that's a brilliant hold-up. That is a brilliant hold-up over the line. How Harry Grant has the score there is wild. So we 5th tackle, 10 metres out of the line. Roosters give away so many unnecessary penalties. Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be right-hand side. Loiero gets it off to Munster. Munster puts that one up there. Good take from Billy Smith. Wow, that's a really incredible take from Billy. So Roosters here get this ball to the 15. Radley, really strong run. That offload from Loiero to Harry Grant was great. But you just got to go low there for Harry Grant. Like, if he dives earlier, that's a try. But he just stood up, and that was a great try saver from Sandon Smith. Luke Keary here at the 40. He's the 45. He's still going here. He'll go over the line. No, wow. They kept him inside. 45 metres out. 4 tackle. Could be a really good game here. Yeah, there is some really good signs here. I agree with Vossi. And that's going to be Lindsay Collins to the 45. And that's only been 5 minutes. Like, it feels like it's been a ripper first 5 minutes. And good take by the Roosters. Gets the offload away. Suoli. No, 15 minutes out. That offload was fantastic. It's just looking like this is going to go down to the wire, this game. So Xavier Coates out to the 18. It seems like the Roosters are a lot more up for this than they've been in previous games. Like, there's just been no energy. There's not been anything in previous games. Justin Olam's trying to milk a penalty here for a high tackle. Yes, Jacob. We're very well aware what the SCG is used for, mate. Justin Olam, 100th NRL game as well. Good offload there. And that is Storm. Harry Grant gets it off here to Josh King. On the left-hand side, Harry Grant gives it out to... Oh, that's a great run there from Trent Loiero. Oh, jeez. Harry Grant. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty to Storm here. I agree with the call, to be fair. Yeah, like I said, I got Storm by 20. I can see it, but the Roosters have really seemed like they're up for this game. I do have the Storm to win, though. There's no way you go over the 2 in this situation. You go over the try here. 40 metres out. So Jerome Hughes the side. Jabe King still got picked the Roosters in the accident. No, you didn't. You told me before you were tipping the Roosters. Alright, so it'll be Harry Grant off to Munster. Now Christian Welsh will be 22 metres out of the line. Yeah, good call, Joe. Christian Welsh gives it off to Harry Grant. Munster, Jerome Hughes. Oh, Nelson, a soft Muppet alone. Muppet. Knock on there from Nelson. Sava Solomona. First tackle as well. There's nothing, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with there from Jerome Hughes. He's calling you Muppets, CJ. And if we want to talk about Muppets, we talk about the salary cap dramas of 2007 through to 2010. So that's what he's talking about. Let's move on. Let's get back to the game. So it's going to be Roosters ball here at the 30. It feels very stop-start right now, though. It's not feeling very flowy, this game. Just stop-start, scrum, knock-on, mistake. It's not feeling very flowing. Leo Francis says, "G'day, champ. Go to the Storm." Yeah, they need to do a little bit better than what they've done so far. Come on, knock-ons. But I would say they've probably been a better team, but the Roosters are showing more intensity in determination. Third tackle now at the 45. Sandon Smith to the right. Ottawa Hargraves. There's definitely going to be a fight in this game. There's no way Warrior Hargraves looks like he wants a fight in this game. You can just tell it. Sandon Smith off to right-hand side here to Butcher. Then will be Palga at the 15th, 5th tackle. Still probably should have given away a 6 again just now. Luke Keary into the corner. It's an okay kick. Oh, Will Warburg over the top of Daniel Tupou. You got to love that. The ex-New Zealand All Black Sevens player. Jeez, I was calling him a good player since before the season started. I was telling you guys this guy's going to be the breakout for the Storm, and he has been the breakout for the Storm. Scored quite a few tries this season for the Melbourne team, and he's been really good to watch. Storm to Christian Welsh. 30 metres out. Not a great deal of metres so far. The intensity from the Roosters defensively has really been proven. Gives it up to Munster. Munster looking for some magic. Gets an offload away to Harry Grant. Harry Grant has been so prevalent in this game. I can tell you that right now. Logan Ball says, I don't get the hate on Warrior Hargraves. Just an aggressive player. I like the way he plays. He would do good at the Bulldogs. That we need more aggression in the team. Oh, no. Warrior Hargraves is a grub a lot of the time, mate. I can understand what you're saying. He is a great player for aggression. If you're a Roosters fan, you love him on your team. Everybody else should hate him on their team. Should hate playing against him. But yeah, like, my team is not the Roosters. So I can see why he's hated. He deliberately goes in to get into fights and to protect his team. But like I said, I can understand why he does it for his team. If it was the Titans, I'd love that too. But obviously that's not the case. So yeah, I think that Warrior Hargraves is fine. There's no way you couldn't see and understand where the hate comes from. 10 minutes gone here, guys. 30 minutes to go here of the first half. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Every team has their fair share of grubs. Not necessarily. Not on the likes of Warrior Hargraves, Nelson Solomon and stuff like that. That's a penalty to the Roosters. That's just dumb there from Remus Smith. Not really. I'd say Nelson, yeah. I'd say Warrior Hargraves, yeah. Who else? Who else? I'm not sure. I don't understand how that's necessarily a penalty there, actually. Oh, yeah, he has gone to a stop, actually. Like, who would be the grub for the Warriors? I don't know. Maybe Broncos is Flegler? Alright, so right-hand side now. Keary gives it off to Victor Radley, who's going to be 5 metres out now from the line. Anfield Blake is not a grub. No way. Left-hand side gives it off for the Roosters. Joe Manu! Oh, 1 metre out from the line. On Barnett, you could argue, for the Warriors. Maybe kind of orders. Maybe. Oh, Warrior Hargraves here. 3 metres out. 4 tackle. Right-hand side, Turpin off to... Oh, that's an intercept from Xavier Coates, and he's away. He's at the 20. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 30. Xavier Coates, good chasing. Good chase, good chase, good chase. Try time, Xavier Coates. The big Papua New Guinea talent, baby. Choo-hoo. Try time for Xavier Coates. He gets a huge intercept and runs 90 metres. Good chase from Palga, though. You're going to be impressed by that. Coates, a fast player. But he just goes down. He just gets all the way for 90 metres. Just out of nothing, Xavier Coates finds a way to score there. Warrior Hargraves. He got taken out of the 3, but like, look at this. Sandon Smith just over the top, but Xavier Coates with a great take. And got it away. And then Palga's got some speed on him. He's not as fast as Xavier Coates, but Palga does have some speed on him. Just look at the lunging, like the way that Xavier Coates runs. It's really great. Emmanuel says, watching from Papua New Guinea. Get around you. We appreciate you guys in PNG. Yeah, that was a huge intercept there. I wouldn't say Welsh is a grub in the terminology of what that's realistically looking at, but I would say that Welsh is a bit of a gronk a lot of the time. Leo Francis says, having 2 thugs, Hargraves and Radley will work against you. I would agree. Yeah, I thought that Palga had him at one point. I thought Palga was actually that fast, but he didn't. Xavier Coates has found a way to get over the line. 27 minutes to go, first half. Don't think people like Chaz Devine or Dylan Walker. I don't think anyone cares about those guys from outside of the Warriors. I don't think anyone really cares. So 27 minutes to go, first half. Nick Meaney should get this one. Like, you guys are just trying to think of, like, grubs for the sake of it at this point. Like, Dylan Walker and Chaz Devine comparatively to Warrior Hargraves and Nelson Solomon. Like, come on. Come on, let's not get silly. No one cares about Toanga or Dylan Walker in that regard. You've got to be a high-profile player. And that's why Josh Reynolds was always a grub. That's why Cameron Smith was always a grub. Warrior Hargraves and Nelson have been at the top of the game for a while. Let's say... Oh, hold on. Warrior Hargraves on Welsh. Welsh has been forced from the field. Category 2. He'll be gone. He's not gone, but he'll be gone. So he's been sent for a HIA. Christian Welsh. That's a big loss there for the Storm in the front row. Left-hand side. I definitely think that in regards to Radley, though, I like that moving into the back row because I think that his game sum of 13 has gone away from him. And it's like, in the back row, he can just be dangerous without having to think about passing every time. Were they running in sand trying to catch him? No, Xavier Coates is a fast player, man. Oh, Olam with a tough run as per usual. 4 tackle at 45. No, Xavier Coates is a very, very fast player, man. Fit tackle. I'm pretty certain Justin Olam was actually in Papua New Guinea. No, sorry, Alex Johnston was. He took Campbell Graham with him, I believe, as well. Low ball says, who do you reckon will be Rookie of the Year award? For me, it would be either Preston, Buller, and either Katoa, Loffy for 3 most likely. I think Jareen Buller's actually going to get it, to be honest with you. Preston's been solid, but I think Jareen Buller's been fantastic. Loffy, I don't think will get based off of the fact that he's a winger. The other 3 guys, Preston back rower is still more of an important position. Buller, obviously fullback spine and Katoa spine, but I wouldn't say Katoa's been that exceptional at all, really. So wasn't surely at least trying an ankle tap something? They did their best, bro. Like, what else do you want from them? Xavier Coates is an incredibly fast player. I don't know what you're talking about. So it's going to be a penalty here on 4 tackle to the Roosters. Tarek Sims, man. He's really been not a great player, not inclusion to the Melbourne Storm. Was great in the Dragons, but just hasn't been the inclusion we all thought. I thought he was going to have a massive year for the Storm. Just no. Hasn't worked. He's really gone backwards. Feel sorry for Welsh. Unlucky for him. Nice guy. Hope he recovers fast. I hope everyone recovers fast, man. We all want to see the best of the best, play the best of the best. I really want to pick Katoa with his hype early season. I think Guru kind of really fortified that hype. Without Guru, I don't think the hype comes as much for Katoa. But Katoa also played well for Tonga when he was playing, so I don't know. Left-hand side, Lindsay Collins. That'll be 3rd tackle, 20 metres out from the line. So glad Sims left the Dragons. The Dragons fan, he was getting sin bins nearly every game last year. Oh, I thought he was good at the Dragons. It's just not, he hasn't worked out the Storm. Joey Manu, 13 metres out, 4th tackle. And that Butcher off to Sanders Smith, Nathan Brown, Keary. Off to Billy Smith. Billy Smith around Remus Smith. That's a great tackle from Remus Smith. And Jerome Hughes over the top as well. So fit tackle, 10 metres out. Daniel Tupou off to Keary. Keary 15 out, puts it up. Junior Bowl going to go inside. Where's the ball bounce? Munster grabs it. Munster has it. Salada, mate. Salada. 69% of the Melbourne Storm of votes is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting for 69% of the votes. 2nd tackle here at the 20. And Will Warbrick now, he'll get this ball to the 25. 3rd tackle. Ali Ahmed says, Munster a grub for what he did in 2018 Grand Final. I saw the message before you unsent it. Munster can be grubby, but I wouldn't call him a grub. Munster, that was pretty poor. To Tui Kamikamitha. And Kamikamitha will get taken down at the 40. Sims went from Origin 2nd rower to early getting a crack at a downgrade Storm. The reason why is because we saw what happened in that, was it the Warriors game or whatever game it was, when he came on and was so lazy. Was it an attack or defense? I can't remember. Palga gets a good pass away to Suaalii. Suaalii here at the 50. He's at the 45. Suaalii's still going here. That's the first thing he's done in months. Suaalii's the first thing he's done in months. Didn't he kick Martin in the head or something? I can't remember. But I wouldn't say that he is a pure grub, but he's done grubby things. Billy Smith at 20 metres out from the line. Daniel Tupou. Right inside of Keary. Keary goes himself here. He'll be 10 metres out from the line. 3rd tackle. 3rd tackle now. They'll go Sanders Smith off to Warrior Hargraves. Hargraves short ball. Lindsay Collins. Good run by Collins. It'll be 4 metres out. 4th tackle. Roosters. Oh, why would they go left-hand side? Turpin off to Keary. That's why they're going to do it. No, it's going to be a dropout. Will Warbrick has been great defensively tonight. Without Will Warbrick, I tell you what, the Storm have been under a lot of pressure so far. That's definitely been the best set the Roosters have had so far. By far. Blah, blah, blah. Has Nelson played the ball properly yet, or is he still doing it tunnels? I don't know if Nelson's played the ball properly once yet. A short drop out here from the Storm. Oh, I think that's a penalty. That's a penalty of the Roosters there, yeah. He's definitely taken him out in the air. HP, White Tasters, I wouldn't call Munster a grub, but more often than not he milks penalties. I wouldn't say milking penalties is that grubby. We're talking about like dirty plays, realistically. It's definitely a penalty against Remus Smith there, though. I tell you who's been having a good game so far. Billy Smith, you wouldn't expect it, but he has been having a decent game for the Roosters. All right inside, it's going to be Victor Radley. 13 metres out. Jeez, he's lucky he didn't knock that ball on there. He did knock that ball on. Yep. He did. I thought he might have been able to hold it, but no, he did knock that ball on. I don't know why they're showing Jake Turpin. It wasn't him. 47-1 to the Cats against Essendon right now at quarter time. Yikes. Wowee, Essendon. God help yous. God help yous, Essendon. Brandon Smith playing tonight. He's off the bench. He is off the bench. Says Munster was going back in the 2018 grand final because he was losing. Again, like he's... Yeah, I was at that game. Like he's done grubby things, so that doesn't make him a pure grub. So Storm now at the 15. 20 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Obviously, hit that subscribe button. Get around to me at 24,000 today. And obviously, like the video if you haven't already. Second tackle here for the Storm at 20. It won't be me streaming tomorrow. It'll be Antonio. It'll be Chihuahua boy. He will be streaming tomorrow for the Sharks Warriors. Who else is the other games? Well, Titans Eels, obviously, because I'll be in Parramatta. Munster to the 33, 4 tackle. I'll be in Parramatta for the Titans Eels game. And also Dolphins Panthers game. Oh, I'll go backwards. Backwards here for Joe Martin, but he brings his one back here to the 30. Return to the Ant-Man. Return to the Ant-Man, son. You'll be working overtime tomorrow, Joe. Moderators, they'll be working overtime tomorrow, son. So the second tackle, the Roosters out of the 45. I would say the Roosters have probably been the better team in this first half, but they just haven't been able to score. Jeremiah Totowa says, I wish scrums went back to when both sides can compete for the ball. Not in rugby league. I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with it in union, but in league, I'm okay with it just going to the team that received it. We're not union. You know, we don't need to be like union. Kiri, honestly, get rid of scrums. It really doesn't matter. Joe Manu at the Tupou. Tupou back on the inside, but it's going to be Jerome Hughes who grabs it. That was nice and easy. Not a great kick there from Tupou. Why wouldn't Teddy play? I don't know. Either he's injured or he's having a rest after Origin. But it's like, I don't understand why you would do that if you have a rest, because it is... that's a penalty to the Storm for offside against the Roosters. I don't understand why Teddy would in this game, because it's such a do-or-die game, so I'm assuming that it must be because he's injured. But I would have no idea. I would have no idea, however. Union scrums take forever. League scrums are better. I would agree. Yeah, union scrums can take over and over and over again. Sometimes it can take 5 minutes. I have seen union scrums at one point take 10 minutes out of a game because they could not do the scrum properly. And then they would give a penalty, and then they'd say, you know what, we want to take the scrum again. Because obviously they're trying to get the bin. So they did it again, and then they got the penalty. The other team got the penalty, and they chose to take the scrum. It took 10 minutes to do it. I can't remember when this was. It was a few years back. It was so bullshit. Sergeant Cullen says, only Queen Guth Arena needs a rest after Origin. So does Uchiwal Kamanu, mate. Third tackle, 35 metres out over the line. Left-hand side to Munster. Munster out to Nick Meaney. And Meaney, he'll be 20 metres out of the line, fourth tackle. Munster gives it out the back here to Harry Grant. Grant now to Jerome Hughes. Nelson to Salamona. Hey, he's going to play the ball here. He is going to play the ball here. Surprise, surprise. Fifth tackle, Harry Grant, Munster. Over into the corner, Xavier Coates. Oh, that's a penalty for sure. Well, no, referee, I'm sorry, but you've got to have a little bit of common sense there. He's clearly stopped in the line there to prevent the run, and he's been taken out in that situation. That makes no sense how that's not a penalty to the Storm. What do you mean he did not move off his ground? He turned around, he looked directly at the Storm player, and made sure he was in the way between where the ball was going to be. That's absolutely a penalty every day of the week. Absolutely. So it's going to be third tackle here, 13 metres out from their own line. Off to Daniel Tupou. Forward tackle now, 25 metres out. Jake Turpin. That was a pretty average pass to Rory Hargraves. It'll be fifth tackle now at the 33. And Sandon Smith. There's a reason why unions play internationally and league only in Oz and England. Okay. So what's your point here, Jeremiah Toa? Like, what are you trying to actually say here? So you're just kind of coming across as a dick, really. So, like, what are you actually trying to say? You're on a rugby league stream and you're trying to insult the sport of rugby league. If you want to go to a union stream, there's actually a Wallabies versus Argentina game on right now. Feel free to go and watch that. No one's forcing you to watch the league stream right now. No one's forcing you. So, if you would like to go and watch another sport, then feel free to go elsewhere. We're going to sit here and watch Storm Roosters, and I'm going to enjoy the scrums that go to the team that won the scrum. Whilst you can go and enjoy the Australia versus Argentina game. Storm here, 35 metres out of the line, fourth tackle. I remember you, Jeremiah. Don't worry. I remember you. You're a dick. So that's fourth tackle up to 35. They give it off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes gives it off here to Loiero. And Loiero will be 18 metres out here from the line. Fifth tackle now. Harry Grant. He'll go left-hand side to Munster. Munster over the top of Xavier Coates. Not a great kick there from Munster, so Joe Martin will get it out to the 5. Is Australia getting whooped, are they, Zach? Are they really? It's 0-0. Settle down. Surely Wallabies win that. But it will be second tackle now. Roosters will get this ball to the 30. Actually, let's just, hey, Jay, go and hide Jeremiah. I remember him. He's just a troll. And news on Suafolongo being debuted? Yeah, not too sure, man. Not too sure. I've got him in my Supercoach team because I'm expecting him not to get into the team, realistically. But it's going to be Roosters to get this ball to the 45. I watched the first play and they ran through our defence. Oh, well, that doesn't sound fun, Zach. Doesn't sound fun. Oh, that's out in the full there. That is out in the full. That is a terrible kick there from Luke Keary. Horrific kick. Christian Welsh has actually passed that category 2 HIA assessment. That's good. That's good. 4.5 to go. Incoming message in a couple of days, Jay. Incoming. Alright, so they're going to be 42 metres out here from the line of the Storm. Harry Grant right hand side of Josh King. Warrior Hargraves goes off here for Nafahu White. And Collins goes off for Butcher. I think that's Egan Butcher. Jerome Hughes gives out to Munster. Munster to Justin Olam. And Olam here pushes off one. That was a great run by Olam to the 20. From knock on though. He made a great play to the 20. This is a really defensive-minded game. Toxie says go Melbourne. They're up 6-0, mate. Both teams are really cracking on, but overall, it's okay. Like, the game is fine. I'd say it's good to watch considering it's not an absolute blowout from either team. But there has been a few mistakes, and I tell you what, the Roosters defense has been decent enough, and the Storm defense has been decent enough as well. Walnut Hill says it's Joey Martin playing well. He's not really done anything spectacular. I think if anyone's looking great on the Roosters, Kiri's been solid. Suoli's been decent. Palga has done some really nice effort plays. And Billy Smith has been pretty decent too. For the Storm, you would look at a guy like Harry Grant's been solid. Xavier Coates has been pretty full on. That's a penalty. Joey Martin's going to take a quick tap, and Joey Martin's away here. Joey Martin's away. Oh, no, he's injured himself. Oh, no, has he injured himself? Oh, he's just tripped over. Thank God. Jeez, you nearly just jinxed him there, Walnut Hills. He just dropped in the middle of the field. Thankfully, he just slipped over, but it looked like it could have been an injury at first, but he's all right. So right inside here to Sandon Smith. I don't think Munster's really done a great deal in this game so far. Left-hand side, Nathan Brown to Keary. Off to Joe Manu, Billy Smith. He's 15 metres out, 4 tackle. Can the Roosters equalise? Again, I think the Roosters have been the better team so far in this game. They just haven't been able to score. Nathan Brown gets the offload away to Sandon Smith, to Egan Butcher, to Sandon Smith. That was poor. That was really poor. Get that ball away there in that situation, mate. Go left-hand side. No, they go right. Turpin to Radley. Throws it over the sideline. Just poor Radley. Well, why'd they go right? Like, there was no point going right-hand side there. The Storm had plenty of defence on the edge. But they just decided to go short side. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. You go left-hand side there. You got plenty. Some defence is okay. Like, it's just very... That's poor from the Roosters. But the Storm here, 10 metres out. Jerome Hughes gets off the Welsh. I really find it tough to see any team beating the Panthers, though. The more I watch this comp, the more I struggle to see. Like, I need to see the Rabbitohs with the full team. The Rabbitohs with the full team, surely the only team that I can see beating a full-strength Panthers team in the finals. Right-hand side, they'll be knocked down by the Roosters, so it'll be 6 again now. 6 again here for the Storm. Oz 7-0 somehow. No, well, Oz should win that game. They should win that game. That's in... Where is it? Melbourne? No, it can't be. It might be. Or is it Suncorp? Might be Suncorp. Because I know it's an Australian home game. Because otherwise it wouldn't be on right now. Argentina would be on at like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. Oh, at Combank. I should have gone down tonight. I should have gone down and gone vlogged it and then just come back on Monday. But full strength Storm with a healthy Paps. Well, the thing is, little Monumental Puppy isn't going to come back to the player he was. Like, we all hope he does, but he's just not going to. That's a knock on there for the Roosters. It's play on here for the Storm, yeah. I would love to see him back, man. I would love nothing more. But anyone who watched the injury happen live knows that's a brutal injury, and I just don't know if he's going to be able to get back to his peak. 10 minutes to go here, the first half, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Like, I'm concerned. I would love to see him back. He's an electric player, great player, but I don't see it. I don't see a full-strength Storm team right now. They've got too many weak areas of their team, realistically. Like, the back row is not great. Trent Loiero and... who's the other back row? They've got Trent Loiero and Nelson. But Nelson's not like an 80-minute player. And then you go there 13, Josh King, he's okay. I don't like it really. And then the centres are okay, but nothing spectacular. Will Warbrick, no, that's going to be a great play from Joe Marner to get that ball at the 5. Kind of what it says, he only just started walking back in March. Yeah, he only just started walking back in March, absolutely. I don't think people recognise how difficult of an injury that is to come back from. No, he's not returning this year, HPYJ. He won't return this year. I don't believe that he'll... Like, the thing is with those injuries, it's not whether you actually re-injure yourself or not. The issue is that you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your legs. You don't trust yourself to run at full pace because that can happen again, or you're going to do a hamstring straight away, or you're going to be injury prone. Like, you don't trust yourself, and that's the issue with getting Little Mama Bubby back into where he was. So, left-hand side now for the Roosters. Joe Manu. Oh, Keary slap, but Billy Smith gets the ball. That was a great pass from Luke Keary, considering, but he got absolutely crunched in the meantime. Fit tackle now. Into the corner. And the Storm will get this ball 10 metres out. Nick Meaney hasn't done a great deal so far, Nick Meaney. He'll get this ball out to the 15. You think he might end up a what if he never got an injured player? I don't know what you mean. A what? Oh, what if? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I would say he'll end up a what if player for sure. Like Jarrell Yowie. Jarrell Yowie is the peak of a what if player. You could even have a gander at Israel Folau. Sammy Radradra is a fantastic what if player. I know they go to other sports, but the fact of the matter is that what if he stayed in rugby league? Sammy Radradra could have been the greatest try scorer in the history of rugby league. Jarrell Yowie had such huge raps on him before he got injured, and he was a great player. I've been watching him. He was a great player. Yeah, if he can get back to the form he was in, it would be mind-blowing, for sure, Lucas. So Storm now kicks ball into the corner. Be a testament to his resilience and his ability to avoid the bullshit. Because there's so much bullshit in this game. There's so much bullshit. I know All the stuff that goes on behind closed doors, and there's a lot of bullshit, man. But if they... Oh, Kiri gets the ball here at the 40, at the 50, at the 40. Look at Kiri go. That's a great run by Kiri. That's a great pass there from Daniel Tupou. And the Roosters are on the attack already. They're 28 metres out of the line. Billy Smith off to Joey Manu. Gets off to Sandon Smith. Sandon Smith here at the 20. Sandon Smith here at the 15. Sandon Smith here at the 10. Taking down third tackle. 8 metres out here from the line. Here we go. 8 metres out here. They give it off to Joey Manu. Joey Manu gives it off to Kiri. Chance here. Daniel Tupou. Try time. Nah, HPYJ, you're crazy, bro. Crazy. No, you are crazy. Perhaps resembling Slater, crazy. Very, very different kinds of players. But 4-6 here. Roosters do score with 7 minutes to go in the first half. The Roosters will score. That's Toad's Grey, Jay. Exactly right. Toad's Grey. That is a wild comparison. They both played very similar but different games. Which might sound hypocritical, but it was similar but different games. But that's a try time for the Roosters, and they deserve it. They've probably been the better team in this game so far. And it's great passing from Billy Smith out to Daniel Tupou, and they score a try on the wing, baby. On the wing. Kiri's been good tonight. Kiri has been good, but that was a good pass there from Kiri to Billy Smith to Daniel Tupou. Beers, man, that's why I always respect Steve Maddai. Always going for the big hit, even after all the shoulder injuries. Yeah, he was, man, Steve Maddai. I tell you what, how good. Steve Maddai, I miss the days of him at Manly. I miss the good old Manly days. They were so dominant, man. Through those 2007 through to 2013, 14, Manly was so dominant. But they really fell off. Despite having Tommy Trbojevic, they really fell off. There's not that dominant feel about that maroon and white jersey anymore for me. Daniel Tupou, most tries for the Roosters. He's 1 try away from Anthony Minicello at the top. Anthony Minicello with 139 tries. Daniel Tupou with 138. Lucas, we'll never see Jay saying Totes Crow. Right, Jay invented Totes Crow. Alright? Get used to it. Satan Kelly says, Maddai made your soul leave your body with his crunch on hits. Yeah, Maddai was... George Tafua was similar. It seems like Manly have a real knack for finding a player that can send your soul to another universe. Steve Maddai, George Tafua. Who's another big hitter from other teams? I know Greg Bird was huge at times, but that's a different story. More like looking at backs in those situations. To elite here, we'll miss the kick though, so we'll say 6-4. To the Melbourne Storm with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here of the first half. Just a matter of a sec that Puppy never gets injured. I reckon he takes over New South Wales fullback for Teddy when he retires. No, that would absolutely would have 100% happened. We wouldn't be talking about Dylan Edwards. Last year, we were all talking about potentially Pappenhausen taking over the reins as the fullback last year potentially. And I kept saying no, Tedesco will stay there. And then obviously Pappenhausen got injured afterwards. But the fact of the matter is that he was definitely knocking on the door. This year, Tedesco not performing in game 1, you would have probably seen Pappenhausen come in game 2. I do believe it. Or no, sorry, you wouldn't have. You would have seen Pappenhausen get a crack in game 3 for me. I do believe it. Or at least this year coming up in 2024. But unfortunately, the injury really did screw him. Like, Edwards wouldn't be in the conversation because for me, New South Wales are not missing a slammer. I love that. Mid-conversation, I see that. Just crack up. Slab, appreciate you for the 10 memberships, my guy. Jack, gift the membership. Josh Rabbitohs, 2023. Ahmad, Alec, Roosters, Thomas Rattenbury, Nathan Phillip, Preston Hadfield, and ZA25 all gift the memberships. We love it, Slabber. We love you get around, you big fella. Appreciate you. CJ Slabber, mate. Get around him. Saturday Girls, I think Puppy, and Smitty. We all love Smitty. He also got to give the membership as well. Saturday says, I think Puppy was 18th man for the Blues on 2021, I think. He was definitely knocking on the door. They're away. That was a great run by Meaney. Oh, obstruction. Take the 2, Roosters. Take the 2. Nick Meaney. They got pulled up for obstruction. Take the 2, Roosters. Make it a 6-6 ball game. Puppy was the 18th man for the Blues in 2022, yeah. Yeah. He's definitely on the door. TK Tiger says, remember me? Wish I didn't. But yeah, that was Slab of the CC legend. Yeah, get around. So if I'm the Roosters, I take 2. I think it's pretty simple, actually. Right in front. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. So it will be 6-6 in the moment now. But yeah, Pappenhausen was the 18th man. And the thing that, for me, with the New South Wales team is that it's not that they're lacking a quality player. They're lacking an exciting player. They're lacking a creative player. They're lacking a pacey player. That's why I thought Scott Drinkwater is a better shout to go into that fullback than Dylan Edwards. As much as I think Dylan Edwards is an incredible fullback, I don't think that a basic, tough fullback like Dylan Edwards is the one to go with there. I think Scotty Drinkwater got a bit of pace, got some massive creativity. Oh, look at Craig Bellamy going off here. I think that Scott Drinkwater would have been the perfect inclusion there over Tedesco. But again, I did agree that Tedesco should be the origin fullback throughout the entire series so far. And then next year, I believe that they should go to Scott Drinkwater. I think you need a bit of creativity there. And then I think Drinkwater's the... Oh my God, they missed a kick. From right in front, they just missed the kick. Suaalii just missed the kick from right in front. Suaalii just missed the kick from right in front, like 20 metres out. You're kidding. How do you even miss that? How is that possible? How is that possible? So it's going to be a dropout here from the Storm with 20 minutes out. It must have took over his body, yeah? Wasn't Tanner Boyd, because Tanner Boyd don't miss, mate. Tanner Boyd don't miss. CJ says, I'm starting to believe Suaalii is doing it on purpose because he hates... effectively hates the Roosters. Like, fair enough. Like, that's wild that he missed that just then. Lomax would have got that. I would have got that. I don't know if Lomax would have got that, but you probably would have got that for sure. Yeah, get your mind off you and your fog. So let that side here. Kiri gives it outside to Joe Manu. Joe Manu stepping around. That was a nice work from Joe Manu against the 24 tackle. I just don't understand why the Roosters don't just let him go. It's like, just cut your losses. Go for a big-time centre if you want. You got money. You can pay whatever you want. Suaalii! Can he make up for it? No, 5 minutes out from the line. Fit tackle. I'm in 50 to go here. Sanders Smith, short side. Butcher gives it out. That was just so bad. Hooker, stop going short side. It's the hooker. Who is the hooker for this? This is the problem with the Roosters. Losing Sam Verrills killed your season. I don't care what anyone says about Brandon Smith or Jake Chapman or whatever. Losing Sam Verrills is what cost your season. I don't care anything about the Roosters and what your excuses are. Sam Verrills is what cost you. Sam Verrills is what cost you. Last year, when Sam Verrills was injured, you were losing. The game he comes back, you go on a run to get in the 8. The game he came back. Then you lose the finals, obviously. But you had some pretty good performances getting up into that point, and that was with Verrills on the team. As soon as he left, this is what's happened to the Roosters. I'm telling you, and I never thought that Brandon Smith was having a great, good run there by Harry Grant, good offload to Meaney, and then Meaney taken down to the 40. 50 seconds to go here. Ali Ahmed says, Manu reminds me of Greg Inglis. Oh, no way! Manu reminds you of Greg Inglis? You wish, Bo. You wish. You think you never watched Greg Inglis? Yeah, I'm sorry. Joey Manu and Greg Inglis comparison, that'll do me. Sorry, Ali Ahmed. I don't want to slap you up for that one, but that is a dreadful comparison. Kiri gives it off here to Joe Manu. Manu, he's at the 50. He's at the 40. Can he get the offload? No, he doesn't. At 35. Joey Manu and Greg Inglis, I can't do it. It hates me, so I know I said perhaps it's Slater and Manu Inglis. God help us. Right hand side, they're going to go for the 2-point field goal. No, they made a bad pass. Now they go for the 2-point field goal. Not on target. So Storm here. 15 minutes out. Xavier Coates. Is he going to try and do something? He will not. He'll be taken down at the 25. So there you go, guys. Half-time, 6-4. Really close game. Roosters, I think, have probably been the better team in the first half, but the Storm are the ones leading 6-4. Obviously, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Get around it. We're cracking on. Don't forget, tomorrow I will not be streaming. It will be Antonio. It'll be Chihuahua boy. He'll be streaming Sharks versus the Warriors. Dolphins, Panthers, and then obviously our Titans take on the Parramatta Squeals. And the reason I won't be there is because I'll be streaming it. Actually, I'm going to message him right now. I'm going to message him right now. Actually, what time is the game start tomorrow? That run from Xavier Coates was something great, though. But you look at it and you say, the Storm haven't actually scored a try for attack so far in this game. They have not. Hold on. I'm just going to voice message Antonio. I should have voice message Antonio. Where is his message? There it is. Hello, Chihuahua boy. I am currently streaming right now, but are you wanting to start stream half an hour before Sharks Wires, or do you want to stream 15 minutes before Sharks Warriors? Just let me know. Obviously, I don't know if you're going to be awake after this game finishes, and I'm going to go to bed pretty quickly because I'm going to get up at 4 in the morning for the flight down to Sydney. So just let me know. And I'm actually jealous. I'm jealous you get to watch that Sharks Warriors game, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, just let me know what time you want to start streaming tomorrow, and then I'll set the 3 streams up. All right, appreciate you. Don't tell him to fix his car. Oh, hold on. I will. And Slapper also said to fix your car, Chihuahua boy, your cat. There you go. I had a few words there, but I think you would agree with my words. Connor Water says Dragons versus Tigers next week. Who wins? See, people are excited about this game, and I'm excited about this game for all the wrong reasons. But people are excited about the Thursday night matchup between the Dragons and the Tigers because it's a wooden spoon battle. Whoever loses it probably gets a spoon. Meme says Warriors going to make the finals in the state that they are in. You'd hope so. You would hope so. I think that tomorrow will tell us a lot. If they win tomorrow, I think they've made it. I think the Warriors have made the finals if they win tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, I think it's very difficult to see. Not very difficult to see, sorry. I think it's still very hard. Actually, it is very difficult to see, but the context is what matters here. Not very difficult to see as in I don't think it'll happen. Very difficult to see as in, like, I don't know how to read it from there. No, you hang up first. Some said I fully agree. You better fully agree, mate. I tell you. You better see it. I tell you what. Bloody see it. Him up at... Marcel says Dragons should be winning, but I have a feeling Tigers are going to go crazy. What do you mean Dragons should be winning? Dragons should be winning Jack. Dragons should be winning nothing, mate. The next Dragons, I wouldn't say Dragons should be winning anything. 10-3 of the Wallabies, let's go. 10-3 of the Wallabies. Oh man, please win more Titans. Don't make me get up at 4 in the morning to see us lose, please, man. Shit. A run home is good, all winnable. That's what every fan says. Meme says, what about Cows making finals? I don't think it personally happens, to be completely honest with you. But, it's a good chance, but I don't personally think it happens. You look at the ladder, the Cowboys are more than likely going to be, if you want me to be legit and you want me to take away my Titans bias, let's assume the favourites of the Eels win tomorrow against the Titans. So that means that the Eels are in 7th, the Rabbitohs are in 8th. I don't think the Cowboys are going to get over the top of either of those teams going into the finals, especially with the points differential of the Eels and the Rabbitohs of 96 and 92. Cowboys are plus 49. But they play the Eels next week. That's a huge game. The Eels-Cowboys next week is massive. Actually, please tell me that I'm not going to miss that because I'm at the Titans. Jeez, I really wish we had someone in the Gold Coast that even when there's a game at Seabus, I could get someone to stream. But next week... I'll miss this night Storm game. I'm okay with that one. I'm okay, and I'll be back at home for Cowboys Eels. Okay, so the only game I miss next week, streaming-wise, is Night Storm. Outside of that, we'll be streaming every other game, which is good. So that's a tough one. But we're going to get to the really, really point end of the season now. Broncos Roosters in 2 weeks' time. Broncos should whoop them, but it's at the Gabba. Tigers Rabbitohs not great. Storm Eels, that's a good game. Raiders, Knights, whatever. But the Knights are fighting for a top 8 spot, I guess. And the Raiders aren't that great. Actually, that could be a real danger game for the Raiders there. Even in Canberra, that could be a massive danger game. Dragons and Manly. By the way, if you're watching right now, it's half time, so we're just kind of talking about whatever. Dragons, Manly. Manly fighting for the 8. Dragons fighting to win the spoon. Panthers, Sharks. That's a ripper game at Penrith. I feel like the Sharks could sneak that one. Titans, Cowboys. Titans win 40 plus. Dogs and the Dolphins. That doesn't enthrall anybody. Actually, I just realised if the Dolphins lose if the Roosters win this, they go. Yeah, the Dolphins go bottom 4, which I've been calling, even though they had their great start. I've been calling for a long time. Ali Ahmed, he said, I've had a few after the Dogs game. It makes sense, Ali Ahmed, to think, if you think that little mullet man, little puppy, Ryan Pappenhausen is the equivalent of Billy Slater. I give up. I give up. No, sorry, you didn't say that. No, that was somebody else. You said Greg Inglis, Joey Manu. That's your worst. You think Joey Manu and Greg Inglis are the same? That does me. That does me. It's that time of the day, folks. It's that time of the day where I give up. I tell you. Lucas says, you don't think they make the 8J? I think it's tough. Cows finished 10. Oh, Cowboys? No, I don't think Cowboys make the 8. Roosters, hi, BK. Hello, Roosters. Oh, so you meant to be playing right now, son. What are you doing here? The Chooks need big buppa nappa, 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 big buppa nappa. Dazmate would love that if he was here. Dazmate would really love it. He's here. He's here. I didn't even see him. There, but Dazmate would love that. That's his favourite pastime. Melbourne Storm winning is good actually. For the Warriors, yeah, for sure. Actually, is it? I don't think so. I disagree with you. If the Roosters win this game and go 22 points, you're on 24 points and you have a game against the Sharks. You win that game against the Sharks, you go above the Storm. So, what are you talking about? Like, the Raiders stay above you, but I don't get that. Actually, also, if you win the game against the Sharks by like 22 points, 30 points, you go up with the Sharks too. I don't get why you'd want the Storm to win this game. If you're confident you make the 8, then you should go for the Storm. No, sorry, if you're confident you can make the 8, you go for the Roosters here. If you're not confident you make the 8, then you go for the Storm. Anyways, the Storm Roosters are going to be the top 5 hated teams in the comments. I would say on my channel, most hated teams, obviously Broncos is up there. Who else would be up there? Storm. I wouldn't say the Storm are hated. I would say the Eels are pretty hated in the chat as well. The Dogs are one of the bigger fan bases in the chat, to be fair. Same with the Wars. Who else? Who else would be hated? I think Penrith cop a little bit of flack, and so do the Rabbitohs. Queen's Sweep says, I'm 3 from 3 in tipping. What games have been so far? Broncos game you should have got correct. I get that people would have got the Cowboys game correct. And Knights game you should have got correct, so makes sense. And you probably would have tipped the Storm here as well. You've got all the favourites. All the favourites have won here so far this week. It usually doesn't happen. But again, the favourites aren't going to win tomorrow, son. No, sir. No, they will not. Tip the Titans. Cubbo is hated. What a cat. No, just settle down. Well, Brody Croft is the next Cooper Cronk and Broncos great. Oh, wait. It makes sense. It really makes sense. Reese Upman says, I want the Roosters to win. Okay, so that means you believe you can make top 4. I don't believe you can. But I just argued for that. Storm Roosters, that's right, sorry. Who misses out on the 8 in your opinion? Raiders. Raiders miss out on the 8. And Raiders just need, like, you're going out, but then again, the Raiders have a decent stretch home. Like, the Raiders have, but the Raiders are the Raiders. Look at their points differential. They lose a couple of games. Like, if they lose to the Warriors next week, I think they're done. Because they will lose to the Storm in round 24. And I think they'll lose to the Broncos. The Broncos and Sharks in their last 2 games is mad. They could easily lose those last 2 games. They could easily win. The Bulldogs, let's assume they go on a stretch here. Let's assume the Raiders go on a stretch of Warriors, Knights, Tigers, and Storm. And Bulldogs. That's 5 wins in a row. Right? So that would mean they would be on... actually, it's not going to happen, though. It's not going to happen. Let's go. Let's give them Bulldogs, Tigers, and the Knights. So that's 3 wins. That will then get them to... Get them to 34 points. And I still don't think it's going to be enough. I really don't. Because there are so many teams around the 8. And especially the Cowboys. You know, you've got the Cowboys. You've got the Titans have a good home stretch. You know, you've got the Rabbitohs and the Eels who probably jump them at some point as well. The Warriors probably jump them. But that Raiders-Warriors game next week is huge because if the Warriors lose as well, they're in a bit of a sticky wicket. So whoever loses that Raiders-Warriors game next week is in a real tough predicament. Real tough predicament. Because the Warriors for and against is pretty good of plus 78, but that could easily get wiped. Really easily get wiped. Anime says, I wish there'd be more Dogs games in Belmore. Yeah, it'd be great. Mitchell said it's because both their fans don't have teeth. Thank you, Mitchell. Malcolm says we've got big games coming up. Lucas, top 4 is tough to see. I can't see the Warriors being good enough to make top 4. Lucas, I forgot to do my tip. The first 2 games of this week doesn't count. Tips the first 2 games you would have got correct, I believe, because it would have been the home. No, not the first game. So you would be 2 from 3 right now. You would if you had the Cowboys, because I didn't do my tips on the NRL tipping, so I would have Cowboys and Broncos, but I would have the Tigers, so I would be 2 from 3. KFC Chips says, can you order some KFC for me, please? Can you eat a dick? Lucas says, if Titans lose this week, they're done. Correct. I've been saying that for a very long time. Correct. I've been saying that for a very long time. Charlie Donald says, so by that, I'm guessing you think Titans make the 8 over Canberra? Oh, I think there's a chance, but we have to win this week. I think the only way we make top 4 is if we beat the Sharks and Raiders. Yes, you would need to beat the Sharks this week. For sure. The first game was cancelled, Alex says. The first game wasn't cancelled, Alex. No, sir. No, sir. It's still half time here, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We got 24,000 subscribers today. Good stuff. See if we can get 24,100 tomorrow with Antonio Chivilla, boy. First game today, Alex. I know the first game yesterday, he's talking about Dasmo. Yeah, he's trying to pretend the Tigers game didn't happen. Well, I think we saw it happen. I think we did. I think the Rabbitohs go outside the 8 if they lose to the Bronx next week. That is an absolutely absurd statement, considering that they have not played with Latrell Mitchell, Campbell Graham, Cameron Murray, Damien Cook, Cody Walker, Jai Arrow for so long. They haven't had a full team for so long, and yet they're still there. Bring those players back. I'm telling you, they're going to make the grand final. You like a BK? I didn't say that, Lucas. Well, I just replied to him. Malcolm, are you blind? Are you drunk? I read it and replied to him, and agreed with him. Malcolm a snitch. Time him out. You're a snitch, Malcolm. You're trying to get Lucas in trouble. He didn't even say anything bad. You're a snitch. Snitches get stitches, son. Snitches get stitches, Malcolm. Gee whiz, you gotta learn the day, son. You gotta learn the day. Ali makes a meaning for that round, not miss the 8. Nah, you're saying they miss the 8. You come back down now. Don't let me. Again, my opinion, your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. If I clown you for your opinion, it doesn't mean that your opinion is wrong. It just means that I think your opinion's wrong. With this channel, man, it's just opinions. It's simple as that. KFC Chips, I bet you prefer McDonald's or KFC. I prefer your mum over your dad. Alex says, I definitely remember arriving in Newcastle just to get the news the Knights pulled out because of how scared they were. I think they played. I think they did. I think they played. Charlie John said, I don't think South make the grand final if we don't make top 4. Well, the Eagles did it in 2009 when they came 8th. Okay, KFC Chiefs, we're just going to hide you, bro. And we'll just see you on the next fake account. We'll just see you on the next fake account, son. We're just waiting here for the second half to get on the way. Let's see if Antonio's replied. Oh my god, he said, I thought it was only doing our game. Okay, well, it might be just the Titans game. It'll tell me now. We'll tell me now then. Well, tell me now then. So it might be just the Titans-Eagles game he's doing. Titans 70 plus tomorrow. That's easy, mate. That's first half. Antonio such a muppet. I'm glad that he... See, this is the thing. Like, why would he not message me? Why would he not message me so that I know this, so that I don't put the streams up for all 3 games tomorrow? He doesn't turn up for any of them except for that one. Thank you, God. What a muppet, eh? What an absolute muppet. 64-20 to Cats at half time. He's a muppet. Darren says, you know what's crazy? The same thing happened to me 2 weeks ago. I showed up to a corner and heard news that the Knights pulled out because they were scared of the Dogs. We would have put 60 on them. That's crazy considering the Titans are undefeated right now for the last 16 years in a row because every team that we've ever thought to play against have all said, you know what, you can have a bye because they're too scared. No, he needs to do all 3, someone says. Exactly right. Go message him on Instagram, everybody. Go message Antonio on Instagram. If you don't know it, you should know it. Go message him, call him a cat, tell him to do all 3 streams. Cancel his plans. I think it's Ant-Man. Dasmo probably knows. What's Antonio's Instagram? Go spam his messages, call him a cat. I can do that because that's actually a mate of mine. I can't do that with players, but that's a mate of mine, so you guys can do that. Lucas, tell Ant-Man to get off Fortnite to the streams. That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. Hold on. So Lucas has made a very good point. He says, tell Ant-Man to get off Fortnite and do the streams, you cat. Slapper says, no, he needs to do all 3, cancel his plans, and he also called you a cat. And Jay just said, stop being a cat. There you go. There you go. He'll get that one. He'll get that one. It makes sense. The Tigers are 3-0 in 3 games they've played. That's crazy. Because I certainly seem to remember the Titans winning 2 games against the Tigers this year. I would know I was there. I was there, mate. Ant4215. Yeah, go and message him on Instagram. But all right, and while you're there, you may as well follow me on Instagram, BKR Sport. But all right, second half is starting here, guys. The Roosters kick it off into the Storm, and it will be Jerome Hughes who catches it at the 10 metres. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's go. Does Antonio have any mascots at his house? No, they stay with the club. All right, so it's going to be Tarek Sims who gets his ball to the 25. Second tackle. KFC Chips' Titans suck. You got me, mate. You hurt my feelings. You really hurt my feelings. I don't know how I'm going to travel to Sydney tomorrow and, live a life of travelling around the country. Jeez, KFC Chips, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm so sorry. Forward tackle at the 45. They go left-hand side to Ethan Huth. He'll get this ball. Oh, good offload. Oh, no. Nick Meaney knock on. So it will be Roosters ball at the halfway point. Lucas says, Bugger would have been keen for a mascot stream. He didn't know what he's doing, that guy. He didn't know what he's doing. He's all over the shop, that Antonio bloke. I know he's left from his rights, but it will be Roosters ball here at the 45. That's a good start here for the Roosters. I thought he didn't need to do that. So 6-4 here, the Storm. Stop being soggy KFC chips. Don't like some soggy KFC chips. But I love it. If you're going to insult me, at least do something that's going to hurt me. At least do something that's going to be good. Not just Titans suck. No, there's not a single insult about the Titans that I haven't heard a million times that is going to hurt my feelings. Truly, there's not a single thing you could say about the Titans that will hurt my feelings. You could talk about our spoons that I witnessed. You could talk about the games we lose that I've witnessed. You could talk about the fact that we've never won anything on the Gold Coast ever in any sport. I know this. I know this. You can't hurt me anymore. Only our club can hurt me. No other fan can actually hurt me anymore. Left-hand side here, gets it off to Keary. Keary, good run, off to Butcher. And Nat Butcher will be 15 minutes after the line. The Trolls' creativity has really dropped off. I think it's because they recognise that I don't care anymore about that kind of stuff. If I bite back, it's not even that I'm feeling it. It's just that I want to bite back at their team. I just want to do that. Really, Titans suck. That's what you got. So Sandon Smith puts that ball up. And good knock back. Oh, knock on Roosters. And Munster picks it up. He'll get away from one tackle. And now he'll get this ball to the 5. Hand over 10 out. You enjoy that crack, son? It's not a bad kick, though. Not a bad kick. The top one comeback of all time is when you chant your team's name in a game. Oh, no. I know exactly what you're about to say. It's the stupidest thing. And the other team's fan base says suck at the end of it. Bro, it happens all the time. You're just it is so dead. What are you doing? Why don't you start your own chant instead of trying to say suck? It's either way, I'm winning here. It makes no sense why you're saying suck. Good offload there with the Storm. It's going to be second tackle, now third tackle at the 40. Craig Bellamy is not happy, eh? It's actually true as well, Dads, because it's like at the Raiders game. Man, that lady behind us was so annoying. You know the worst thing about that lady at the Raiders game who kept saying, Raiders, was because she was there and had no idea about any rule, didn't know a single player, didn't know anything about the game, but she was happy to chant, Raiders, in between our Titans chant every time, while no one else would chant. And I kept yelling back at her. I said, listen, you name me one player on that field right now and I'll give it to you. You name me one player and I'll let you chant Raiders the entire game and I won't ever go back at you. Slapper says, usually you ruin their team anyway, especially if it's the Eels. Absolutely. We slap them, don't you worry, son. We slap them. Second tackle here for the Roosters, 23. AJ Ellis has just got home from my fight, bro. They called it a draw. Shit decision. Mate, you should have just knocked some judges out. Third tackle at 33. That'll do the trick. That'll do the trick. What sports will you stream for summer when there's no footy? Well, I'll do a bit of cricket. Do a bit of... chance here down Tupou. Tupou. I thought that was kind of forward, but it might have been flat. Fourth tackle, 45 metres out. One sentence empty. Yeah, Roosters aren't known for their home crowds, mate. That's why they finished in the bottom 8 for crowds last year. Yeah, good chance here. Victor Radley, the 15, gets a good offload away to Sennett Smith. Smith gives it out to Radley again, who'll be fit, tackle 11 metres out. Right, it goes Brandon Smith to Keary. Keary puts that ball into the corner. Billy Smith knocks it back. It's still Nat Butcher. Can't get the ball away, though. On fits out. Cannot get the ball away. Nate says, hey, Baz, slow start. I don't know who Baz is, but if that's me, it's also been 45 minutes to the game. That was women's beach volleyball. It's a good idea. There's no Commonwealth Games or Olympic Games this year, though, which is unfortunate. We did do some women's beach volleyball streams for the Olympics when they were on. You know what? I'll do you guys a favour. I'll do you a deal. In 2032, when the Olympics are in Brisbane and Gold Coast, I'm going to go vlog. I'm going to go vlog some women's beach volleyball. I think it's just a necessity. I think it's a professional strategy. I think it's a great idea. Right-hand side. Oh, and someone going to throw this over the sideline. No, it's going to be... Oh, Warbrick's just absolutely pushed off of Billy Smith. And he'll get this ball to the 35. Ali Ahmed says, don't like any of these teams, but looks like Chooks deserve to win. On what basis? I do think the Roosters have been a better team, but their attack has been a little bit of a low shot. They're the A-League troll back to get the funds up. Yeah, the A-League troll. Yeah, he was brilliant. If anyone doesn't know who the A-League troll is, 47 minutes gone here, Roosters with the ball at 13. The A-League troll was a guy who was so upset or something that I wouldn't stream A-League content. We'll do some A-League content in the off-season. He was so upset that I wouldn't stream A-League content that, it's a penalty to the Roosters, that he would come on and spam, like telling people not to donate to me or not to send money because like I'm earning money whilst watching sport. And he would get so upset and he would keep doing it. And then people would donate in spite of him. Like he would literally fund the channel at the time. So every time he would spam, people would then take the piss out of him and donate just because he was spamming. It was incredible. Slaver says the whole vlog will be butts and I'll be there for it. Mate, that's a great vlog. It's a fantastic vlog. So Roosters now Nathan Brown. I should be careful about what I'm saying right now, to be fair. I really should be. Zach says his trolling was more boring than the league. I was terrible, man. It was terrible. So it gives us Sennett Smith. And over the top there, beautiful ball to tangle Tupou, as long as he doesn't go inside. They've got like 6 sort players there. They've got that ball to the right side. Alex. Alex donated $15, dudes. Appreciate you, bro. It's a stream A-League, you cat. Oh, mate. You can't buy another goon bag now, Alex. At $15, you could have gone for the goon. Joey Martin's still going here. Taking another 18 metres out. Jay, you've been alive hundreds of years. You can wait on 9. Appreciate you, Alex, by the way. You can wait on the 9. Yeah, you can. Oh, is that charge down? Or is it going to be Storm Ball? Is it going to say Storm Ball? All right, fair enough. That was a very funny one, Alex. Dasmate says he is streaming A-League. The NRL is a league. Dasmate's correct. So yeah, Alex, I am actually doing what you want. Stream A-League, you cat? Well, guess what? I am streaming A-League. The National Rugby League, which is A-League. So, arguably penalty there. Third tackle at 20. What do you think about Tonga v Australia and RBU? That is what it is. It's not great, but you know, we have to rebuild again now that Eddie Jones is there, comparatively to when we had, I can't think of his name right now. I might as well overshot. Jerome Hughes at the 45. Who's the ex-coach of the Wallabies again? Can't think of his name right now. It's out of Alex's Liquorland allowance. Yeah, he can't get a goon bag now. 6 again on fit tackle. Munster was literally shaping to kick the ball when he found out it was 6 again. Jason, someone score or do something. Yeah, this game is really slow right now. That's absolutely 6 again there against Egan Butcher. Like, come on, man. It is. They called it. So it's going to be Eisenhuth, 30 minutes out. I feel like the Storm score here. Despite everything happened, Zach says try need. Try want. What does that try need? What does that try need? Michael Cheeker. Not Michael Cheeker. Dave Rennie. That's the one. Does make Michael Cheeker him up. And then, so right side, Harry Grant off to Munster. Munster at the back here, Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes gives it off here. Nick Meaney. to Will Warbrick. Try time. That's a try. That's a try. They'll check if it's a try, I reckon. I'm pretty certain it's a try. They still don't need a try, Zach. Oh, there might be an obstruction. They're not looking. I think that he gets the ball in here, but apparently there's an obstruction early on the play. They still don't need a try, but they would really like a try. Ideally, you know? Who did Australia play in the home series this year, by the way? It's obviously not England. Who did Australia play in the home series? Jerome Hughes. Did you take out Keary? Yes. Yep, that's going to be a no try. They've given me a lifetime's worth of free alcohol based on how much I've bought. No, Alex, they've given you a lifetime worth of free alcohol due to the fact that you are a Tigers fan and it's a necessity for yourself. It's a necessity for your life. It's not because of anything else. It's not because of how much you bought. It's because you're a Tigers fan, mate. You need it. You know, bless up to you. You know, bless up. So, penalty to the Roosters. 30 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. 30 minutes to go. Let's see if Antonio has replied. He has not replied yet. Oh, here we go. Don't you... I nearly swore then. Seen 2 minutes ago. Don't you seen 2 minutes ago and not reply to me, mother bish? Gee whiz, can you let me know if you... What streams are you doing? Because I need to know what to put up on the channel to tonight before I go to sleep. You know, because I got an early flight, Antonio. I've got an early flight, son. So can you please let me know, what are you going to stream Sharks? Because Sharks Warriors is a huge game, but then there's the Dolphins, Panthers, and the Titans Eels. It's the last game. Are you only going to do Titans Eels, or are you going to do Dolphins, Panthers 2, or are you going to do Sharks Warriors? Or are you going to do all three? Or are you going to be a Muppet? Maybe be a Muppet and also all three. Oh, it's up to you. Just let me know. Alex sleeps in the roof at Legoland, rent free, absolutely. Third tackle, oh, that's a huge hit. Third tackle in for the Roosters. They're 43 metres out from the line. 30 minutes to go here. They go right-hand side off to Nathan Brown. Next year in LA, it's like, but he's a cat. He's a cat. It's true. Sandon Smith. Oh, Radley! Sandon Smith kicks it through a full tackle. No. Meany pushes off one. Meany pushes off another. Meany's away here. Oh, good tackle there by Nat Butcher. To the 35, I'd say. Next year in LA. What do you mean next year in LA, Nate? He talked about the Vegas for the start of the NRL season. Apparently Vegas is the second week of March. But we don't know who's going to be playing there yet. There is apparently 10 teams who put their hand up, Titans being one of them. So I could get a nice little Vegas trip. And I'm not inviting Alex, though, because he will put us in a lot of trouble. Loiero gives it off to Meany. Meany to Olam. Olam, still going. Taken down, 25 metres out. Someone says, this game is shit, so boring. And that's why we have the chat. See, without this chat, these games would be shit. At least it's close, though. Chancey Rebus Smith, knock on Roosters. Penalty. Yeah, penalty to the Storm. Vegas, I mean. No worries, no. That's why we have the chat, because if it's not for the chat, like games like this would be a tough slog. It's a slow game, but at least it's the close game, so it's still interesting, but I'm just not commentating every single play. So, Antonio just said just our game. I'm going to call him a clown. With Bazza, no one is boring. So at least you'll get one game tomorrow, but you'll only get the... you'll only get the one game. Right-hand side, the Storm will get this ball to the 10. Where's the Vegas fund? I need to get this Vegas fund sorted. I've got to get it sorted. But then again, I don't know if the Titans will be playing there next year. Second tackle, Munster gives it off to Meany. Oh, 3 minutes out from the line. Third tackle. It's Harry Grant. Jerome Hughes! Too easy. Too easy. Mitchell says, if you donate $3 billion, you'll be able to watch it on the channel, Nate. It's very cool. With Bazza, no one's boring. Exactly right, with Bazza. Get around Bazza. I don't know who Bazza is, but with Bazza, no one's boring, Nate. But try time there for the Melbourne Storm. 10-4 here with the kick to come. It will be 12-40 moment now. Yeah, I hope the Trolls hit him hard tomorrow, the cat. Exactly right. Antonio, we're just talking about, Lucas says that he hopes the Trolls hit you hard tomorrow, your cat. We've got ZDT saying that you need to grow up. We've got Jay saying that you are a Muppet. And you've got me saying you're an idiot. There you go. None of you said any of that, except for what I just said. Finally, some points. Yeah, exactly right. Took a while to get some points, but that was way too easy there for the Storm. Jerome Hughes, that's right over the line. ZDT says, wish I went to Vegas. Went to Baltimore, though. Worked on a few interesting places there. I've been to LA, New York, Vegas, and Chicago. He's a Chihuahua boy, tell him that. I'd laugh if he popped up in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to tell him, come into the chat. Come in the chat, see what happens. see what happens. See what happens. He won't do it. 26 minutes to go here. Like, he will do the Titans game, but... Interesting that he would only want to do that game and not at least Dolphins-Panthers game too. Because it, like, gets you into it. Because he's just going straight into the hard stuff. Like, he's not doing multiple. He's getting straight into the hard stuff. And Meany will smack it over. So, 12-4 here with 26 minutes to go here at the game. How do you misspell Storm for Blitzy? What's Blitzy done? I don't know what he did. Oh, Blitzy try time. I don't know what he's talking about. He better have the blue headphones with him. Does he actually own any others? No, it's just blue headphones, mate. That's why his name's Blue Headphones Boy or Chihuahua Boy. He'll get slaughtered. At least he has enough to get on stream, though. What happens when you're a Man U supporter? Can't face the danger. No, Dan Meyer is the definition of a joke. Slapper. $50 donation from Slappers. Put this on black in Vegas. Alright, we're putting $50 on black. We're putting $50 on black in Vegas. But why don't we do it? Give me a number, Slapper. Give me a number. You know, when you're in Vegas, you got to go crazy. Penalty the Storm. I feel like this game's kind of over. Well, it's kind of dead, but it's close. Give me a number. Because when you're in Vegas, you got to go hard. You got to say, you know what, $50? Bang, 28 black. What's your number? Let's write it down. Let's write it down. Slapper, you get around him. Get around him. We'll lose more than we make for flights and 17 nights at the MGM. Hey, listen, that sounds like a problem for a Tigers fan. You know, Titans fans were, massive, crazy ballers. And this says, I'm up at South. I have a bye, and I didn't reserve Sandon Smith. Why do you have Sandon Smith in your Supercoach team? Like I said, his chat's red could be a bad omen. To be fair, Slapper, Lucas has got you there. The chat is pink, which is closer to red. Are you sure you want it to be on black? Jerome Hughes gets it off here to Nelson and Salamona. Lucas has got you there. Don't play poker with Lucas. Forward tackle, 13. Is 13 black? Oh, yeah. Well, out of all numbers. All numbers. Over top of his Xavier Coates! Oh, I think this is going to be a try. I think this is a try, Xavier Coates. I think this is going to be a try, Xavier Coates. It's called try. We'll check it. It's called try. We'll check it. Well, it says everyone who's ever been given a membership by Slubber give Blaze $1 billion each, then he can get an Uber in Vegas, NRL broadcasting rights, and a Slurpee. I think a Slurpee is the most important part of that, although. I think this is a try. It's off his leg. It's fine. It's off his leg, so it will be a try here for Xavier Coates. 16-4. I think that with this next kick, if the Storm convert, if Nick Meany converts this, the Roosters season is over. Does Daz get many Supercoach points? Seems there are many issues with the team every week. It's because Daz is Daz, mate. Antonio has just laughed at the message. Yeah, run away, you cat. Run away, you cat. Could get a good slurped in Vegas. There's just not knock on. It's just off his leg. It's fine. Chris Munster costs too much, apparently. Well, let's have a look. They've confirmed the try, so it will be 16-4 with the kick to come. Alright, so let's go have a look at my Supercoach team. There's no way Grant's on 15 points. I refuse to believe that Harry Grant is on 15. No, he's on 58. I'm 58, and that's all I had playing in this game. That's all I had playing. I'd like Harry Grant to score a try, though. That'd be nice. Very, very nice. Let's log out. Never has Micah Sivo gone 4 games in a row in his career where he scored a try in all of them. So, don't bet on Micah Sivo to score a try tomorrow. Arnie Mason's Roosters gone. I think the Roosters season's done. If Benny gets it, and he's got it. I think the Roosters season's done. Mate, Harry will score 3 tries. Zach, he better. Don't disrespect me and my Super Coach team. Because I care a lot about Super Coach. So much. I'm emotional talking about it. So 36, 51, 36 Munster. Oh, does he even want Munster? Joe Manu 40, Nick Meaney 51, Harry Grant 58. Yikes. Yellow says Warriors blow at Sharks tomorrow. I actually think the Sharks get a close one, man. I do. Alright, so Storm now. Tarek Sims gets his ball to the 15. This was the team the Dogs got robbed against. No, the Dogs did lose that game by not being good enough. Oh, knock on Storm. Alright, Roosters season back on. Roosters season back on. I was thinking about the 7-11 one, not the Paris Station ones. I don't even know what you're talking about. They're in the bottom 4 right now. Yeah, the Roosters are in the bottom 4, and there's a chance. Yeah, no, they can't look at the big screen. But then again, the Bulldogs robbed the Titans, mate, when they got a call like this, because they were able to look at the screen, show that it should be challenged. You're not allowed to do that. It's got to be a penalty. They wouldn't have challenged that if they didn't see the replay, though. So the Roosters are lucky the Bulldogs lost. But it's not like the Bulldogs. The Roosters probably are going to finish. The Roosters don't want to lose by too much, because the Dolphins could get pumped by the Panthers tomorrow and still fall below them. Cap the Dogs would never. The Dogs did. They did do it. Saw it live. Trust me, I had to deal with it live too. Paris season is over if we don't win tomorrow. Oh my God. Paris season's over if they don't win tomorrow. They're still in the top 8. Oh no, they wouldn't be. They would be 9th. But their points differential's massive and they're still equal with the top 8. So why on earth would that be season over? The guy on TikTok won't be happy with this one. Oh, Patrick Gillespie. Get around him, you know. Passionate for his team. Munster. He'll be taking out 33 minutes out. I simply just cannot wait. Because the Sydney Roosters are playing in an epic blockbuster. Damo says, can't wait to see 10 Roosters fans act like their life is worse than Tigers fans on TikTok tonight. Harry Grant. Oh no! Harry Grant just got a 6 again on fit tackle by running it. Oh, Lindsay Collins is hurt here. I can't believe the Roosters just did that on fit tackle. He says every week he just simply cannot wait for this epic blockbuster to turn to this. It's like Roosters fans, if you think your life is as bad as a Tigers fan or a Dragons fan or even Titans have got some exciting things coming in the future. But there's worse teams. Harry Grant. Oh, his head's just going to get kind of... Oh, Lindsay Collins going to get injured here. 20 minutes to go here the game, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. Yeah, his head just gets crunched. That would have hurt. Yes, it would have. How close are the Chooks to the garbage down the bottom? The Roosters are currently in 4th last on 20 points with a minus 92 points differential, but currently they are losing by 14. So they are currently on a minus 106 points differential, which is not too far from the Dragons, a decent bit off the Tigers and a decent bit off, a really long bit away from the Dogs. So the Roosters would need an absolute collapse of epic proportions to go into the bottom 3, but still they'll be in the bottom 4 this week unless the Panthers flog the Dolphins. Do you think Cameron will stay top 4? Cameron aren't even going to make the top 8. So 3rd tackle now for the Storm, left-hand side, Luyero. I can tell you right now, for any Cameron fan, not a single team on the planet is scared of you. Not a single team in regards to the finals are scared of you. Like you don't think about getting the grand final this year. Like, be happy by making the finals, but I don't think that anyone's terrified of Canberra going into the finals. Fit tackle here, Jerome Hughes. Oh, that's high. Arguably. No, this can say knock on. That's some crushing news for Roosters fans. No, Lindsay Collins is fine. He's okay now. He just got crunched in the tackle. His head came down. Who would have thought that at the start of the season, crazy? Yeah, I thought they'd be as low as 5th. I didn't think they'd be this bad. Bottom 4. Pretty crazy, man. It's totes cray. Totes cray, as we've said before in the chat. Alex's Tigers will drop a horny hunch against the Roosters if the game doesn't get cancelled again. Well, that's how the Titans beat the Tigers both games. They cancelled it and they got 100. Sorry, they didn't cancel it, but it was just 100 points and went peace. At their side, Roosters, Billy Smith taking out the halfway point. All the seats filled lovely. Yeah, Roosters fans, they don't really get a great deal out to the SCG. Hasmate says, the Panthers play the Raiders in the finals, they could rest players and still win. Would you say the Raiders would be the easiest opponent in the final side now? I would say that, yes. Yank says, who do you got winning the premiership? Panthers. Or the Rabbitohs. I think people are underestimating the Rabbitohs because they haven't had Latrell Mitchell, Campbell Graham, Damien Cook, Cameron Murray, Jai Arrow, blah, 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 for a while now. So I think that people are really underestimating them when they have a full-strength team. Olam taking out the 25, second tackle. Slabber says, is it fun seeing Roosters so on the ladder, though? Yeah, Slabber, kind of. I think it's just because of the ego that a lot of Roosters fans have had prior, but their ego isn't like what Penrith have right now, so it's not as bad as what Penrith fans will cop when they ultimately eventually go downhill. And they will go downhill one day, whether it's in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. They will go downhill one day, and their fans are going to get crunched. Their fans are going to get absolutely whacked. Jerome Hughes here kicks his ball in the corner for Will Warbrick. And it's a good kick, but it will be a dropout. CJ says, what do you think about a club versus nation game for fun in the off-season? For example, the premiership winners versus, say, New Zealand national team or Australian national team. That'd be ridiculous. I think that you would say you could do that against like a... Oh, but it's disrespectful in a way. It is a bit disrespectful. If you want to take them to play a team like Jamaica, or you want to take them to a team like Greece, even the USA and whatnot, but you can't take them to play... You can't take the Penrith Panthers to take on Australia. Penrith Panthers get slaughtered. Same with New Zealand and England. Maybe not England. But then again, the Panthers lost to St. Helens, but I don't think so. Fact of the matter is, no. 18 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. Oh, no. That's poor from the Roosters. Oh, no. Alec McDonald, 1 minute short here on the line. Let Harry Grant to try, please. Harry Grant, can you just score yourself, please? Gives it out to Jerome Hughes. Short ball. Josh King, 5 minutes out. Harry Grant, you get a try right now. Get a try right now, Harry. Or just get a try assist. Off to Tui coming Kamitha. He'll be 4 minutes out for the line. 4 tackle. 4 tackle. Off to Jerome Hughes. Nelson. 3 minutes out for the line. And Harry Grant. Harry Grant! I just said it too. Super coach. Super coach. Super coach. Super coach. There you go. St. Helens are 4th. Yeah, Panthers are a different team back then. Harry's too good. So good. Well, Zach, you promised me another 2 tries here for Harry. You promised me another 2 tries for Harry Grant, so you better come up trumps. Lee says, yo, I'm back. I apologise for my absence. You should be deeply apologetic. Not just apologise, you should be deeply apologetic. Olivia? South's the only team that could win from outside the top 4, I reckon. Except the Titans. But you're right. But then again, to be fair, the Titans aren't first, so you're right. You are obviously correct. Very simple stuff. Future West Tigers try time. Future West Tigers. CJ says, Warrior Hargraves try to chip on the try line. Warrior Hargraves couldn't do nothing. My unbiased ladder prediction has the Warriors coming 3rd. You know what? I wish you luck. My friend. Good luck, Lucas. Best of luck there, sir. Nick Meaney will make 150 points in the season. There you go, 24-4. So now the Roosters are well and truly entrenched with a minus 112 point differential. What is 112? The Roosters. Minus 112. They're only 24 points short of the Dragons in points differential negatives. With a loss to the Titans, but winning every other remaining game. Now, Lucas, you're a smart man. You're a very smart man. It's a very obvious win there for the Titans. Let's not be silly. And the Roosters are going from bad to worse here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a penalty here for the Storm at the halfway point. Guys, you can't tell me the Roosters can still make the 8. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Also, you know, Lucas, I'm so sorry. You know, it Titans and the Warriors in the grand final. I'm so sorry to have to do that to you, but so it'd be so brutal. How bad before they get rid of Trent Robinson? I don't think that it's Robbo. I think that it's the way... I don't even know at this point. It's the players. This one is the players. I don't think that this is the coach. I think this is the players. Which you can... I just look at the entire team at this point. Oh, slapper. Slap with the $100 due donation. I've got nothing good to put here. Well, mate, that's a good... I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. That's amazing, bro. You're a funny bloke. I appreciate you, man. It goes a long way to obviously keeping the channel keep cracking on. And what just happened? We back on? Did we just cut out just for some second there? My entire stream everything stopped. Okay, we're back. I think we're back. Sorry, guys. We just robbed Slapper his 100 and I just went off. I said, you know what? Stop streaming right there. See you later. Penalty to Melbourne. 10 minutes out. Yeah, we're back now. I just said, Slapper, thanks for the 100, and I left. Now, the internet just completely stopped. But it will be a penalty to Melbourne. They're going to be 10 minutes out of the line. Lucas, I can sense a Sheesh hat coming soon. Sheesh messaged me on Instagram, actually. Sheesh messaged me on Instagram begging me to let him back. What did Sheesh do besides be annoying a lot of the time, Jay? Yeah, because I'm scared for the Storm when they lose BKRmy. I agree. I don't know why it took me so long. I don't know when that internet cut out, so Slav, if you didn't hear me, really appreciate you for the $100. Stuff like that goes a long way to helping the channel keep on moving. And grooving. And we'll be Storm 3 meters after the line, second tackle. Kate Parsons says prediction to when the Eels drought ends. God help his. Trent Loiero, third tackle. I don't think you win this year, so I think you're in a little bit of a sticky wicket where do you know if you want to rebuild or do you want to, you know, really back in this team? I don't know if you can back in this team right now. All their 3 meters out of the line. Should let Sheesh back, but just time him out whenever he talks. Jerome Hughes off to Kami Kamitha. Kami Kamitha off to Munster. Munster now to Meaney. Meaney at Olam. 3 meters out of the line. Give it to Harry Grant. Give it to Harry. Kicks it through. That's going to be played at. And it's going to be a penalty to the Storm. He doesn't every stream, mate. He's a troll and admitted on the stream a while ago. That dono thing when he was having a go at Olivia was pretty enough for me. Yeah, pretty much enough for me. I agree with you, Joe. Oh, it's going to be a penalty to the Roosters. No, I agree with you. Because that was pretty annoying, man. You know, it's like when someone donates and then someone's just talking shit to somebody else for not donating. You're just like, bro, what? You donate then. It don't make somebody else feel bad for it. It was just stupid. So, no, I agree with you, Joe. I'll let it don't change its spots. Correct. All right, so it's going to be the Roosters now. Gets this ball to about 38 metres out from their own line. First tackle. What am I looking forward to tomorrow? I'm looking forward to a coffee. That's what I'm looking forward to. Ali Med says Roosters fall apart. They are. Also looking forward to seeing Tino. So I can say how much I love the bloke. What's funny as when the bloke came back donating all his pocket money. Yeah, I know. He must have obviously felt bad for being an asshole that he just came back and donated all those 99 cents. It's like, I appreciate the 99 cents. Like, regardless of what you send, like, I appreciate it. But, like, no. Like, he's done that deliberately because obviously he was a bit of a muppet. Right hand side, they're giving it to Butcher. Butcher now to Tupou going. I think he thought that meant he was, like, invincible because of that. Someone says, you've gave me hours of entertainment, mate. You deserve everything. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Yank says, who do you think will be in the grand final? Panthers and Titans. No, I'll go Panthers and Rabbitohs. 10 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for near idea. We will be showing the Titans-Eels game tomorrow, but Antonio has been a clown, so he'll only do Titans-Eels, not the other two games. Sharks-Warriors will be a good stream too, be a good game. Jerome Hughes. And I would stream it in Sydney on my laptop if I wasn't going to an event. I have to go to a Titans event tomorrow. I think it starts at 3 o'clock. So, yeah, the Warriors-Sharks stream I think starts at 2. So I wouldn't be able to do that. If I didn't have the event with Steve Mitchell, Dennis Watt, and Anthony Dodd and whatnot, then I would do it. Tigers won the grand final. Yank, I'll bet you $1 trillion that does not happen in 2023. And Munster's going to go for a quick little cheeky 40-20 attempt here. We all going to call Ant and Cat tomorrow. You know what? Get into him. Get into him. Jay will make sure that there's not enough real solid grounds talking real solid smack. If it's all good fun, get into the guy. Just get into him. Second tackle at 20. Second tackle, and it's going to be Kiri, right hand side. They could have had the spoon if Dogs, Dragons, Knights managed to beat them. Who? Oh, in regards to the Roosters, yeah. Can you imagine? Minor premiership favourites 2-0. Billy Smith offloads it to Kiri. Nah, it's a great tackle from Harry Grant. That's a great tackle. And Meany gets away from a tackle. He's at the 30, 35. Gives it out to Munster. Munster to Olam. Oh! Olam gets away from the tackle. We'll be at the 40. We'll be at the 40. Kind of what it says. Low-key think the Tigers grand final jokes were overused. Yeah, well, it's like the Luke Brooks goat jokes. Like people don't... That's the thing. Jokes are funny until they get overused. And Luke Brooks' one has been done to death. Well, like Luke Brooks should be in New South Wales. You're like, get off it, man. His mental health would be brutal, man, because of that. I used to be like that. I used to be a lot more bantery and a lot more sledgy. Like, we have fun here. We have a laugh at each other and whatnot, but it's all about the game. Like, I'm not like I used to be in regards to that kind of stuff, because now that I know players a lot more, I also know kind of how it impacts them. Left-hand side, and Storm will get the ball. Xavier Coates at the 30. Oh, yeah, Laurie. Hi, Blaze, Jay, Daz, BKR team. What's up, everyone? Storm too good tonight. Storm too good tonight. Roosters are going to have a minus 112 points differential in 4th last. And the Titans play the Roosters next week at home. We're going to slap them. Man. Seabus Super Stadium? Get out of my face. Oh, Xavier Coates. Oh, Munster's going to be away here. Is it 6 again? It is. Slapper with the $50 reduced donation says Ant-Man is a K. But see this? I'll screenshot it for him. I'll send him this. Hold on. I'm going to send it to the group chat too. So Storm with the ball. It's going to be Ramus Smith. Ramus Smith taking down to the 10. Slapper, appreciate you, brother. Let's go and put that one like that. I'll send it. I'll let you know what he says. Or you can ask him tomorrow, to be fair. You can ask him tomorrow. Third tackle, 5 minutes out from the line. Slapper. Holy. Slapper's a crazy man. Get around him. Fourth tackle now for the Storm. Becoming Kamitha. He'll roll it back here to Harry Grant. Harry Grant to Josh King. Josh King looking for something. Nothing happened there. Fifth tackle. 5 minutes out. Harry Grant. Score another try for Supercoach. No, he doesn't. Munster puts it up though. Xavier Coates. That was always happening. Xavier Coates. He's just done the dolphin. Why has Xavier Coates just done the dolphin there? Why did Xavier Coates just do the Hamiso celebration? That makes sense. But Coates with a great try there. 28 forward, the kick to come. 6 minutes to go. Minus 116 now. And Munster with the assist, by the way. Coates has 7 tries in his last 3 games versus the Chooks. Well, there you go. Grant did it earlier as well. He did this as well when Grant scored. Oh. Coach the Dolphins confirmed. Mate, he's confirmed at this point. Yeah, you can't really complain about Junior Palga there. Like, Xavier Coates is just way taller, and he's more experienced in that regard. Let's quickly have a look at the Wallabies here. Okay, Wallabies losing 17-10. Okay. Oh, no. I have to take it a half, Coates. Yeah, for sure. Consecutive hat-tricks against the Roosters. I believe Munster told him to do it, so 5K is donated. Well, it's good because, again, the Warriors didn't do any of it last week against the Sharks. And not the Sharks. The Warriors didn't do it all against the Eels. And what's it called? Who else didn't do it? The Dragons... No, sorry, the Tigers game the other night? Yeah, Dragons... No, sorry, the Tigers game last night, they didn't do it. Dragons have a bye this week. 17 all, White just scored. Get around the Wallabies. So Nick Meaney with 5 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Nick Meaney will... Oh, no, he's... Oh, how's he got that? How has that curled back around? So it will be 30 points to 4. This season for the Roosters is awful. They are in a horrific situation right now. Michael A. Users have the Raiders bye points already been put on? No. Oh, in regards to this ladder, for some reason, yes. For some reason, yes. I don't know why. They shouldn't be because they will drop. But for some reason, the ladder on... when you type in the NRL ladder on Google, for some reason, they are there. But they're not actually in third. Lucas is bugging on the Origin teams hit the cricket celebration. Yeah, well, at least we got Piers Morgan to react because he's a muppet. Oh, Roosters short kick here. Joey Manu gives a good ball here to Victor Radley, and Radley's away here. Radley's away. He's at the 15. At least forecast is dry tomorrow, Mount Smart. Can someone please check the forecast for me in Sydney? Please don't tell me it's too cold. Staying at the airport hotel, but which is I would stay there for the Dragons. Yeah, it's not too bad. 10 metres out. Gives it off to Keary. Keary gives out the back into Brown. Brown here to Egan Butcher. He'll be 5 minutes out, third tackle. We can talk about fitting now, even though it won't happen. Yeah, we can. But it's not going to score 4 tries in 4 minutes. Oh, Roosters 5 minutes out. Damn, I was way behind. Maybe he's off the Dolphins. Oh, God help us, Tapper. Oh, God. God help us. You're like 5 minutes behind or something. Left-hand side to Daniel Tupou. Fit tackle, 10 minutes out. CJ says, fun fact, if you middle mouse click a tab, it makes a copy of it. Why are you telling us this? You good? And get the offload away to Butcher. Butcher then. No, sorry, that's Radley. And on the other sideline. 16 degrees at 6. 16 degrees at 6. That should be fine. Adam Milton said, I didn't think I would be saying in round 20 this year that the Roosters are bottom 4 on the table. I know it's wild, Adam. It is wild. Look at that attendance, though. Like, this is the thing. People insult the Titans, right? It's not the Roosters even worse. Because the Titans have been bottom 4 for ages now, right? Besides 1 year in 2021, whatever. They've been bottom 4 for ages. We still had a top 8 attendance last year. People say Titans have no fans. We had a top 8 attendance last year. The Roosters have been successful for so long. They've been a team around for 113 years. And look at their attendance. 115 years. How long is it? 1908. 115 years they've been around for. You can't tell me that the Titans have less fans than the Roosters. Well, they can't even get more than 2 people to a stadium. Look at this. The whole stadium is empty. The whole stadium is empty. Mary Metataka with the $20 redo donation from New Zealand, as they really hate the Storm. Wouldn't this be better for you? Aren't you a Warriors fan, Mary? Or are you a Roosters fan? If you're a Warriors fan, this actually helps you in regards to maintaining your spot in the 8. But appreciate you for your $20 redo donation, Mary. Roosters fans don't get NRL, Slapper says. Fair enough. But we're all Titans fans at heart, Slapper. I converted Jay from a Cowboys fan to a Titans fan. Don't worry, Slapper. I'm making sure you're a Titans fan. Dad's mate's already a Titans fan too. Look at Lucas. Lucas thought he was a Warriors fan, but he's a Titans fan. The Bulldogs are not... the Bulldogs are the best, worst team in my opinion. Are you trying to tell me the Bulldogs are the wooden spooners? Because if you're saying that, there's a shout. And Dad's mate won't get offended because you're a Titans fan at heart. Only man says, safe to say Roosters are missing the 8. Oh yeah, Roosters are missing the 8. So Roosters with the ball here, 15 metres out of the line. Gives enough to Nathan Brown. Everyone's laughing at the fact you're Slapper. They're laughing at you don't know to tell Antonio's a cat. Oh, Daniel Tupou. That's a great play from the Chooks. So they're going to kind of have a more respectable scoreline, but they're still going to get punched in the mouth. So it's 30-8 here with the kick to come. Daniel Tupou scores. Lucas says, ironically enough, I had a soft spot for the Titans pre your streams. Now I feel like a fan watching their games. You are a fan watching their games, Lucas. Don't even lie to yourself. Start thinking. Tomorrow you're going to be the biggest Titans fan that ever existed. That's a great little tap on there from Joe Manu. I wonder how it feels having a bad year for the Chooks. That's the thing, like, I always think about this as well. How does it feel? Because I know that for us, like, for them, they expected this. So, like, imagine, this is how you're going to put it in perspective. Put yourself in a Roosters fan perspective, right? You're going to games thinking you're going to have a chance to win the comp this year. You're excited. You think, oh, you know what? This might be the year that we go and do it all. We got Suoli'i, we got James Tedesco, we got Joe Manu, you know, we got Sam Walker and Luke Keary. You know, Brandon Smith's coming. How exciting is that? You know, Victor Radley, he's an absolute terrier. You know, you look at all that and you say, you know what? We're going to have a good year. And game by game by game by game, it gets away from you. And it gets away from you. It gets away from you. And then it just continues to disappoint you. At this point in the season, it'll start to click in for Roosters fans that their season's done. $8 donation from Zach Hewitt. Get around you, bud. It's no slap a donor, but just want to say keep up the good work, mate. Really paying off and your club's acknowledging it. Appreciate you, Zach. Appreciate you for that one, man. And don't also compare yourself to other people who don't. Obviously, you don't know their situation compared to your situation and whatnot. I appreciate whether it's $1, $2, $50, $100, $1 billion. You know, it doesn't matter, man. As long as if you support the content by watching it, that's the main thing. So I appreciate you. But yeah, no, we're moving on, man. We're moving along. We are moving along. But to compare the Titans with the Roosters, last year we came to that year thinking we were going to be pretty good. We thought we'd be pretty good last year for the Titans. And it was the Cowboys game at home that I really saw everyone start to turn. And if you go to every game, you can see the moment that the club clicks on that you've actually had a terrible season. And it's not halfway through the season. It's not necessarily at a single point. It's just like 15 rounds in or 20 rounds in. Every team will have it at some point. And for us, it was the Cowboys game at home last year. And I saw people just losing their minds. And it hurt. It hurt. And I can tell you, the Roosters fans wouldn't be happy right now. Like, they wouldn't be happy, but also they'd be turning on each other. And that's the saddest thing about this sport. And the saddest thing about sport in general. Oh, Billy Smith here gets the sport of the 50. Daz, mate, for 14 months, dogs 13 plus. It's not what happened today, Daz. It's not what happened today, but I appreciate you for being a man for 14 months. Jay, appreciate you for the $2 donation, man. So we'll let you good pass out there. Says, I'm in now in the Cool Club. Oh, it's a tough one to ask there, Jay. Are we inviting him to the Cool Club, guys? Are we inviting Jay into the Cool Club? You should have been the creator of the Cool Club, Jay, considering that you are about 30 years older than us. Or 300 years older than us, sorry. And that's going to be a hand over there. Forward pass there for the Roosters. But I appreciate you, Jay. Blah, blah, blah says the lowly Roosters about to let go of some of the reserve grades to get Tino, Haas and Fafita. Well, Fafita's not taking up the option. I'm really proud of Fafita. And I know Tino's not going. I just think the manager has made a really, really stupid play here that has ruined his reputation significantly. Not like ruined it significantly, but I think he's done something that has made his reputation get lowered with the fans a little bit when I really think it wasn't necessary. It's 30-10, by the way, and the Storm have just given away a penalty to the Roosters. That was my America trip money too, by the way. Appreciate you, Jay. But yeah, I think the manager didn't understand, and this is why I think clubs need like fan engagement people, like people who are like fan engagement, who understand the fans. I just think that they don't understand, like they don't get it. They think they're a fan, but they're not actually a fan per se. You know, they don't actually get it. Alex with the $15 redo donation. Appreciate you, brother. Says must be real tough having no salary cap. Oh, well, the Roosters are going to score a try. And their fans, now I'll tell you what their fans are thinking. Their fans are like, holy shit, why didn't we do this at the start? We could have won the comp. That's exactly what they'll be saying, guarantee you. But appreciate you, Alex, with the $15 redo donation. Get around you, big fella. Get around you. That's 2 goon bags now, Alex. That's 2 goon bags. You know what? The best thing about all this is that this dono stream is where we've got the Roosters salary caps and Barrow coming up every time there's a donation as well. Again, of all streams, it's the one the Roosters are getting a pumperino and they're realising their season's done. Lauren Guitar says, Chooks like Storm over the years been consistent at the top, so but nothing lasts at the top for long. Up the wires, Titans Nation. Exactly right, up the wires, Titans Nation. If you're on the hill, their fans have already left. The fans didn't go. So it's just that last time the Roosters will go real far to narrow that differential down. Yeah, real far. So it's 30-16 here, so they'll lose by 14 points. Because I won't be hitting one, there'll be Antonio. I'll quickly go through the ladder. So the Storm do win 30-16. The 14-point differential there will mean the Storm, for the time being, will be in 3rd position. Ignore this ladder over here with the Raiders there. They've already been given their 2 points when they shouldn't have been. But the Storm will be in third position with a plus 79 points differential. But they are 2 points clear of the Sharks, but they are roughly 104. Well, they are 114 below the Panthers points differential wise. So the Storm are in third, but the Sharks more than likely, if they beat the Wires tomorrow, will go above them. Otherwise, the Warriors more than likely will stay in. The Warriors will probably stay in sixth regardless, unless the Eels win. Unless the Eels win tomorrow. Roosters, you don't want to know. 14, so you're minus 106. God help you. God help yourselves. You will stay in 14 if you can't go below the Bulldogs, Dragons, or Tigers, but they're starting to catch you now. They are starting to catch you. And you've got the Titans at Seabass next week, which is an impossible game to win. So God help you and bless you, Roosters fans, because you're going to need some help towards the rest of this season. But guys, I'm jumping off for now. Storm 2 easy win. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Appreciate everyone for donating to the channel. It really does go a long way, and it does support the channel growing massively. So I appreciate you. But Antonio will be streaming Chihuahua Boy. He'll be streaming tomorrow for the Titans versus the Eels game, whilst I will vlog it, and that will come out on Monday at 5:30 p.m. Alright guys, appreciate you, and I'll see you guys later on. Alright, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Hey,